And Mrs. Ulrich wants to recognize Olivia Young for making safe choices with her email account. Way to go, Olivia. Students, what do we say?
Hip hip hooray! Great job. We are so proud of all of our students. Remember, at dismissal, boys and girls, if you are a car rider, listen closely for your name to be called so that you don't, your parent drives up and you know which number to stand. So with that, I'm going to look at our general announcements, and we do not actually have any general announcements for today. So I'll move on to our meals. For lunch today, we'll have a cheese pizza wedge, carrots, banana, and milk. Tomorrow's breakfast will be a mini maple pancakes, juice, and milk. And tomorrow's lunch will be orange chicken, rice, cucumber slices, tropical fruit salad, and milk. Now we'll move on to birthdays. So we have one birthday, and it is Hope Ennis in 2nd grade. Happy birthday, Hope. And so when I say happy, you say
birthday.
Happy
birthday to you. Great, and we all can stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And you all may be seated. All right, everyone, remember, here at Orchard Park, we will always
be responsible, be safe, be respectful. Hey, hey, hey.
Woo.
All right, boys and girls, have a fantastic Wednesday.
All righty. That was our morning announcements. If you could go ahead and open up your ELA morning work, that's where we are going to go next. Sorry, my screen isn't loaded all the way. Where did my morning work go? So give me a moment. You should be opening up yours. Oh, there it is, morning work, week 16. And we're on Wordy Wednesday. So on Wordy Wednesday, you are going to be spelling correctly the words fright, flight, and tonight. And then you are ordering the adjectives. You are choosing the correct sentence that has the adjectives in the correct order. So let me remind us what the correct order of adjectives are in just 1 second. It needs to be first, if there's a number or quantity, then it's size, age, shape, then color, okay? So quantity or number, size, age, shape, then color. Those are the order of adjectives. So let's see if we can correctly pick the correct order of our adjectives. We're going to go over it in just a minute. It shouldn't take you that long today on Wordy Wednesday. Okay, so if we're going over Wordy Wednesday, can someone please share with me how I would spell fright? How do I spell fright? Olive, how would I spell fright?
F-R-I-G-H-T.
Wonderful. What about flight? Someone please share with me how I would correctly spell flight. Come on, friends, wake up. Kira, thank you.
F-L-I-G-H-T.
F-L-I-G-H-T. And tonight, William.
T-O-N-I-G-H-T. I noticed something.
Yeah.
They all have the G-H-T, and that's the only part that's wrong.
Yep, it is all the ending. So I notice with all three of those, you might want to choose I-T-E if you're spelling it in your normal life, but you have to have I-G-H-T. Good job noticing that. So is A or B correct? There were 3 large white snowmen next to each other, or there were white large 3 snowmen next to each other. Nuchen, thanks for raising your hand. A. There were 3 large white, according to the rules, number, size, color. So that is the correct answer, A. All right, good job for doing that. I'm going to go ahead and open up our checklist for today. We filled out our agenda in person yesterday. Just as a reminder, these are the things that you are doing. We did our Wednesday. You might take a break. Then, my friends, you have the 2 4 squares that you need to fill in for the frozen dreams. The 4 squares that are the 2 vocabulary words. I'll put vocab next to frozen dreams. That way you can remember what I mean by frozen dreams. Then you also have a vocabulary activity. It's a game that you're going to play. Next, paragraph of the week, you need to write your rough draft of the genie in a bottle activity that we've been working on this week. You do not have any specials today. My friends for science and social studies, you need to do the Social Studies Weekly Fugitive Slave Act questions. I will make this, let me just go ahead. Oops, what did I just do with it? Did I close it? Oh, I'm going to go ahead and add information to this checklist. That way it reflects exactly each activity's name. That way you're not forgetting what you have to do. Vocab, 4 squares, then vocabulary, game, paragraph of the week, rough draft of genie in a bottle, wish, social studies weekly questions, fugitive slave law paper, Simple Solution 67, Eureka Module 3, Lesson 23, circled questions from Tuesday. And I would also like you to do Zern Lesson 23. I will put it in Google Classroom that is an assignment, and you will turn in that Zern Lesson 23 is completed. Hank, do you have any questions?
I was in reading groups when you did the genie in the bottle paragraph.
Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about that, Hank. Okay, so you and Charlotte and Lucas do not need to worry about it, okay? And Olive, since we didn't work on that while you were online, you also don't need to worry about that, okay? Any questions about your checklist then today and what you need to accomplish? My friends who are in person, a lot of these are papers that are in your folders. And when you come back to school tomorrow, if they are not completed, you will have to work on them during recess. Okay, there's no reason. I think you have plenty of time today to complete the assignments. The game for vocabulary will probably take 5 minutes. The vocab 4 squares might take you 15 or 20 minutes. Genie in a bottle rough draft might take you another 15, 20 minutes. Again, social studies weekly, 15, 20 minutes. And our math might be the longest thing from today for maybe 45 minutes to an hour. But remember, this is a regular school day. You just happen to be at home, independently working on assignments, okay? Again, I want to reiterate that these things have to be done before you come to school tomorrow, or you will be sitting in at recess doing them, okay? Sound good? All right. I am going to read from my book, Olive, Liam, and William. After I read from my book, I do want to talk about an assignment from Mrs. Brazy that I'm posting today. So if you could stay on the Zoom after I'm done reading, that would be great. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my screen share so I can read. All right, so we are on chapter 15, Ungreased Gears. For homework, Mr. Daniels said we have to write a paper describing how we feel about a short story he read today. He says there's no right or wrong answer. He just wants to know our thoughts. Part of my brain knows that this shouldn't be hard. I would be able to tell him in 2 minutes how I feel about it. But I'll be celebrating another birthday by the time I get it written down. And when I do, he probably won't be able to understand it anyway. Again, I'm still gonna read. Don't leave also before I'm done reading. I am gonna give my friends who are here in my meeting a Firebird buck for remembering to come today, but I have to write down who is here. So please stay on after I'm done reading, okay? Sorry for the interruption. I'm gonna keep reading. Travis comes in the back door, drops his bag, and takes off his steel-toed boots. Hey, Squirt, the smell of gas of his garage fills the kitchen, but I like it anyways. Hey, I say, trying to get the thoughts floating around in my head to land on the paper. I don't know why the things in my brain get lost on the way down my arm. Travis takes a carton of orange juice out of the fridge and drinks from it. Hello, Travis, gross. He laughs at me. No one else will now drink from that, you know. Good, he smiles. My plan is a success. He walks away, taking the whole carton with him. Travis? He stops in the hallway after taking another swig. Yeah? I know what his answer will be, but I ask anyway. I'm desperate. Can you help me with that book stuff you're doing? He points using his carton. Yeah, I have to write something. Whoa, Allie, I can give you new spark plugs, change your oil, even rebuild your carburetor. But the writing part, no can do. When it comes to that, my brain is like gears with no grease, parts grinding together. Seriously, it ain't pretty. Please, you have to be better at it than me. He takes a deep breath. Can't you just wait until Mom gets home? She left a message saying that she's closing, and I can't tell her that I need that help so late. She'll be mad. Look, you know I'd love to help you out, but the whole school thing, it's like asking a blind man to drive a bus. Besides, he says, sipping again, I'd rather eat a bag of hair. He's trying to make me laugh, and the picture in my head is funny and kind of gross, but I can't laugh. I can't. I'm just too desperate. I must look sad because his voice is now sweet. Seriously, Al, I would help you, but I'm no better at it than you. I really am not. The next morning, I'm trying to decide if I should turn in my paper, knowing Mr. Daniels will probably think I spit it out in just 2 minutes. The truth is that it cost me my entire night and a headache that was so bad it reminded me of the Queen in Alice in Wonderland always yelling, "Off with her head," just because I thought that would be a relief. I worry that Mr. Daniels will say something about it. For now, he's in the hallway with another kid. "Good morning," Keisha says. "I have something for you." And she holds out a cupcake. "Ah, it's a cupcake," Max says. "Put your eyes back in your head, Max. This is not for you," Keisha says. "Me want cupcake," Oliver says, flailing a bit. "Me love cupcakes." Shay says, "That's Cookie Monster who talks like that." Oliver gets dead serious. Not a single thing on him is moving except for his mouth. If I'm talking like that, then I'm the one talking like that. And besides, do you really think that Cookie Monster would turn down a cupcake? I mean, it isn't broccoli or nuclear sludge or something. You can't tell him it's a big, tall cookie with frosting on it. He'd suck it down like a vacuum cleaner. I bet you he would. You want to bet me? Do you? Jessica begins to speak, but Shay cuts her off with a look. "No, I bet you don't. I don't bet on anything, ever, and especially not with you." Shay spins on her foot and leaves, and Jessica scurries after her. It takes 3/4 of a second for Oliver to be onto something else. "Wait, this reminds me," he says. "During our class party, I hid a Halloween cookie somewhere in my desk." "The Halloween party?" Keisha asks. "That was weeks ago." "Yeah," and he starts digging for it, things falling to the floor as he searches. If it's in there, it's probably as hard as concrete. Keisha turns back towards me. "What is it with this class? They lose control over food." She shakes her head and then pushes the cupcake towards me. "For you," she says. "For me?" I ask. "Nobody ever brings me anything, except for trouble." "Yeah, of course it's for you." "Why?" I say. "Because I'm still cracking up over what you did with those flowers. That's why." She cuts the cupcake in half and shows me what it says inside. "Wow" is presented inside the cupcake. I'm happy. Mr. Daniels walks back into the room. "Okay, my Fantasticos, good news. All homework assignments have been passed in today. That's worth 5 extra minutes of snack time." The boys are as excited as if they had heard that there would be free pizza delivered too. I hear Keisha kind of laughing to herself. I figure it's because of all the boys going nuts. But then she turns to me and says, "You've got guts, Allie, and I respect that." I like that too, but mostly because she likes it. "Hey," she says, "you want to sit together at lunch? I've been sitting with some people, but I don't talk to them and they don't talk to me. And you normally sit alone, so..." A mind movie shows us sitting at the table talking and me being happy. "So Allie, what do you think?" "Oh yes, that would be great. Thank you." After the best lunch and recess I've ever had in a long time, Mr. Daniels waves me over to his desk. He has my homework and my journal. He's trying to look all happy and light, but I can see some serious underneath. "Hey, Allie, I'm glad you turned in your homework, and it's more than you usually write. That's great." I stay quiet. "I'm just wondering how long it took you to do your homework. I'm not going to ask you to make any changes or anything. I'm just wondering." This feels like a trap, I think. I know it isn't good, so I wonder if it would be better to say I did it fast on the bus or if I should tell him that I worked really hard. "Allie, it took me kind of a long time, I guess. I mean, I tried to do my best. I looked at it. Is it wrong? It's got some good ideas, and that's what the assignment was all about. No worries, okay? No worries." That's easy for him to say. And that's where my story leaves off. And let me just quickly get your names down on my Post-it note so I can remember who to give Firebird Bucks to for being so responsible for coming to our morning meeting. Olive is here. Hank is here. Kira is here. Dylan is here. Liam is here. Nugent. William. Jackson, James, Anna, Mason, and Owen. And I think I had a few more friends, but they left early. So good job coming and staying for the entire meeting. Do you have any questions about the things I went over today?